Hey, coaches, just want to welcome you to tonight's Single Wing Hacks and Tweaks. My name is Coach Rob Rhodes, and just to kind of go over just a quick schedule of things that we're going to do tonight, I'm going to go over my part of the presentation, and then I'm going to turn it over to Coach Ian, and then turn it over to Coach Keen. I think it's what I really like about tonight's presentations is we're covering all ranges of or all levels really with me with the smaller guys, Coach Keen more the middle school, and then of course Coach Ian's got a lot of vast experience with the older high school level guys. So you're going to get to see a wide range of information here. So just to continue on, just to go over kind of the agenda that of the things that I'm going to cover, and really that's kind of going to go over an introduction and the style of the single wing we run. And I've structured my presentations for coaches that may be new to the single wing or inexperienced. I'm going to cover how we teach God blocking rules. Now, God blocking is relatively easy, but I just want to touch on some coaching points that we use that again might help that inexperienced coach that might be teaching it for the first time. And then I'm going to go over some special blocking rules that we use for the power tackle on the right end, specifically for power and sweeps. And then I'm going to talk about some additions to the playbook that we've made, some powers with the two back, a couple ways that we run, different ways that we run ISO, and then again, or additionally, I should say, some left and quick side plays out of the Mouse series. And then just some formations we've leveraged and had some good luck with. So first, just a little bit of introduction. I briefly touched on it just a second ago, but my name is Rob Rhodes. I'm based out of Louisville, Kentucky. I'm the founding member of Coaches-Clinic.com. I've been coaching football for 9 seasons, 7 of which have been with the Caesar Unbalanced Single Wing. The ages of kids that I've coached have ranged from 6 and 7-year-olds to 7th and 8th graders. So a little wide range there. So just to kind of level set everybody, again, I'm a Caesar Unbalanced Single Wing guy. This is our base formation with the holes listed. We go from 0 to 8 on the right side. It's always unbalanced. And then from 1 to 7 on the left side. We have our wing back is our 4. Our sniffer or our blocking back is our 3, our fullbacks are 2, and then our tailback or quarterback, if you want to call him that, is our 1. So first off, I just want to talk about how we teach our God blocking rules or our gap on down. And that's so the first thing we always do is we always define the inside. So where's the inside for our kids? And what we always tell them is it's always towards the ball. So we make sure everybody understands that when we're talking inside, we mean that's towards the ball. And then we show them on, what that means if they're on the left side of the line versus the right side of the line. And we also tell them not to worry about, or that we only worry about, I should say, we only worry about defenders that are on the line of scrimmage, and explain that anyone within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage is considered on the line of scrimmage. So a linebacker, that's going to be, somebody that's farther away than 1 yard, that is somebody else's responsibility. So if they're within 1 yard, we consider them on the line of scrimmage. And then we go further and define the gap as being the space between our inside partner shoulder and our shoulder. So if the defender's helmet or head can fit in that gap, he is in our inside gap. And then we define on. What on means is the space between our feet. And so if a defender's helmet can fit between our feet, then he is on. And then we go on and explain that if no one is in our inside gap, no one is on, then we're going to block down the line of scrimmage towards the first person to our inside, or block the first person to our inside. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. So concerning some special blocking rules that we have. So, and then again, this only applies to power and sweep schemes. And for the power tackle, what we call it is good. And why we came up with this is, and really, let me mention the second bullet point there. This is really Coach Caesar's gap on double team, or what he calls his gap on double team, but we like to call it good, and I'll explain why in just a second. But one of the reasons why we came up with this, or we started utilizing this, I should say, is that the first year we ran this system, we ran to a team that placed a dominant defensive tackle over our right end, and then a player inside of our power tackle. Well, what happened by rule, the power tackle would block down on the player inside of him. The problem with the defensive tackle over the right end was our right end. We're in a weighted league, so meaning that any ends had to be of the ball carrier weight. So the right end was having to block one-on-one against a much larger kid, and what was happening is that our power was getting blown up. The kid was literally getting driven back into the backfield, and many times into the path of the three back or blocking back, just completely blowing up plays.